And this is Bryan from Niners Radio. It wasn't the outcome we expected. I expected a thrashing of the 49ers today, and that didn't happen. You know, yeah, okay, we lost 12-9, but very correctable stuff that's going on. You know, you obviously look at what Carolina did to us, 2033. You knew you were really out of it the second half. And, what I want to see from here on out is first you want to see improvements and getting week to week, you're getting better. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw the penalties went down dramatically. Um, the clock management, we have one, I think, in the third quarter, but overall that's been fixed. Tomlinson, obviously, totally different offensive line. You saw that today with the holes that they were making for Carlos Hyde, who had just had a huge game today. A lot of people out there continue to question Brian Hoyer. Now, Brian Hoyer, he had a bad game. There's no getting around it, guys. Is he the future? No, he's not. But, he is a very qualified quarterback. And someone asked me on Twitter today, when is the time? When would the time be to pull him? And my answer to that was, I'm gonna write him out to. There's no sense of him being in there at that point. CJ's not ready, guys, and free agency is not for a long time. The draft is way a long time away from here. So, you look at some of these numbers. Brian Hoyer was 15 for 27, 99 yards, another terrible interception. Should have never thrown that ball. Only sacked 2 times compared to the 4 or 5, whatever it was last week. And his quarterback rating was 48.2. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Carlos Hyde, what did he get? 15 carries, 124 yards, 61-yard long touchdown, popped. And obviously that was on the left side with Tomlinson, with Staley, with the lead block of Trent Taylor, but just busted that thing wide open. And, I think if it wasn't Seattle, it was probably going to be a touchdown. So, someone that I was on in Carlos Hyde, he really had, these last couple games, he's been a different player. He's shown what he can do given the opportunity, and Kyle's going to let it ride. So, and then obviously another missed opportunity, with Goodwin. He was open at about 7-yard line. He catches that cleanly, probably strolls into the end zone, and he dropped it. So, is there a tracking problem with him? It's not a matter of getting open. It's not a matter of, was he hearing footsteps? I don't know, maybe he was. But, you review that play again, and it looked like if he catches it clean, he walks in the end zone. So, missed opportunities once again. But, once again, I'm not going to say I don't care about the score if they win or lose, but as long as they get better every week. And what I saw today, I was very proud of them. Defense is still shining. From really what they did the whole entire game. I was very proud of them. Eric Reed, obviously, we'll see how bad the injury is. Looks like he had a knee injury. Then went back out there. Maybe probably shouldn't have. We'll see. Hopefully, he's getting an MRI on Monday. We'll see how that works out. And then we go to obviously, that we had 3 sacks today compared to none last week. And the pressure was definitely getting there. It's something you definitely want to see. You know, Even on the touchdown, it was perfect coverage. There was nothing I could even say about that play. The Russell just making a play and threw it up after. You know, I mean, what can you say, guys? Russell Wilson breaking our hearts again. So, and I still don't understand why we haven't seen Robinson in the role really in the first couple games. And I'd like to say that there's a reason for it. Obviously, in the preseason, we saw him kind of extend some plays on some crossing routes. So I would like to see him in there next. This Thursday. It's another short week. It'll be Thursday night. So there was some interesting stuff. You know, Once again, third down. Last week we were, I think, 2 for 14. This week we were 2 for 12 on third down conversions. That is, I should say, just not good. Not good. You would think a Kyle system would help that situation. It really hasn't, though. I don't know if it's more of a scheme fit. Them not converting. Maybe it is poor quarterback play at this point, but you have to wait and let these guys grow. Um, like I said, Carlos Hyde definitely just awesome, awesome. You know, um, let's talk about special teams. Um, Special teams were phenomenal today. Obviously Victor Bolden really, he was at, I think he was at 27 yards a pop every time he was returning the ball. And obviously Taylor is a sure guy who's going to catch the ball on your punts. And if there's room, he'll obviously give you room. So, saying that, uh, defense, once again, defense played really good. I thought a little bonehead play by Ray Armstrong. It was out of bounds. It gets tackled. Can't have that extended a drive. Jimmy Ward coming back for the first game. I thought that he played a good game while he was in there. They didn't want to have him have too many snaps. And then, Eric Armstead. Wow. He was all over that field. Great game. You had DeForest Buckner. I think he had 7 quarterback hits for 4 that just when Wilson released it, he got them. So hopefully that continues. The corners played pretty decent. There was a couple, Dante Johnson. He really had another okay game. He's got to get back better on those coverages, um, especially the up and outs. He's got to cover those a lot better than he has. Um, so it's probably another situation where in the off season we're going to address that too. Um, they need help back there right now. They're on an island, and I don't think that they want to they don't trust him back there. So, saying that, this week I'm going to give the offense a B minus, because of Carlos Hyde. Unfortunately, in 2 games we have not scored a touchdown yet, offensively or defensively, I should say. Um, but it's growing. It's growing, and I'm very excited about that. Um, it's Thursday. You try to get even better. So let it grow. Um, Obviously, there's always stuff you can complain about, and obviously in that end of the third quarter, there was a hit on Brian Hoyer. Should have been a flag. The same play. There was a hit on Hoyer that I thought was a late hit, and then Sherman was holding at the same time, and then Brian Hoyer's helmet just magically comes off, and he gets a cut above his eye. Yeah, in Seattle, we expect those calls now. It's sad, but it's true. Um, but I'm not shocked by it. You know, whatever. So, with that being said, this Wednesday, come join Niners Radio, and we have the one, the only Gary Plummer coming on, and we're going to take your phone calls again. So definitely call in, check us out, and until then, obviously go Niners, and we will see you then, and we'll have tons to talk about the LA Rams, which lost again today. So um, all good on the home front from that standpoint, but different Rams team coming in, and we always compete good with them. So until then, go Niners, and we'll see you Wednesday.